Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I accomplish these mini twists. But to me, they kind of look like beginner's locks. I don't know. But anywho, jumping right into it, I started off by parting my hair. And I'm going to just show y'all small segments of me like doing like a few braids. Because honestly, it's repetitive and it's kind of hard to record and do your hair at the same time. And at this point I was like 2 days into doing my hair, so I was really trying to get done, as you can imagine. But anywho, I'm just parting my hair off. I decided to do my braids in like a small size. I know most of the time people get these extra small, and I just was not about to do that. Plus I was really scared about locking my hair because I do intend to wash my hair while the braids are in it, and then just individually going back through it and like redoing each braid, so that way I don't have to repart my hair again, because this was just very much a nightmare. In the back I just kind of like parted as best as I could, just not paying too much attention to perfection back there because you're honestly not going to be able to see it. But in the front I took my time and did as best as I could. So I'm just like clipping this piece of my hair back. I think in this row I had like 2 braids left, so I'm just clipping one back, and then I'm gonna work on the one towards the front. I did use human hair for the twist, and I added a very small amount of hair to this because I wanted some volume more than length. As you can see, like my hair is pretty much the same length as the added extensions, but my hair is on the finer side. So I was really shooting to add like a little more volume to this hairstyle, but I also wanted it to look like really natural and like almost kind of mimic my natural density in a way, but like in a fuller. You'll kind of see it because it's the way that my hair kind of feel. Like at the top I end up putting 14 inches at the top, and then in the back I did 16, so it kind of fell in like a layered mannerism, which kind of gave it like a natural, very natural density that would have mimicked my hair if it was like, you know, a little fuller. So if you are looking to get your hair longer, I suggest going with a different brand than the one that I brought. There's a brand called QVR where I was initially going to get my hair from, but then I found this brand that I got in my hair right now on Amazon. But the QVR brand, they have longer lengths, and you get like 2 packs worth of hair for like, I don't know, $70-$80. Whereas on Amazon, I believe I paid $30 per pack of hair. It's like I said, it's about the same price. I don't know, however you like to look at it, but the hair is gonna be longer. So that'll be one good thing. And I would just suggest, like I said, if you're looking for a longer, fuller effect, to just get all one length, and then also double up the amount of hair you're adding, whereas I added a small amount. So you would add double the amount you're seeing me add here. But the reason behind why I added such a small amount is obviously because, like I said, I wasn't really shooting for, you know, any extra length. I knew that this hair was almost the same length. Some of these braids were exactly the same length as my hair. I just wanted just a little bit more of a fuller look, but I wanted it to look super natural. I did this hairstyle in the past, but I did it on my real hair, and I just wished that time around that it was just a little more fuller than it was. So I was able to accomplish that by adding these really small amount of extensions to my hair, and it came out exactly the way I wanted it to. Also, you can see that I'm doing like almost a box braid style, or like the knotted style. I don't know what you would call it, but you know how like you get that big knot at the top if you were to do like jumbo braids. But because my braids are really small, you can barely see the knot. It almost looks like I did knotless, but I really just wrapped the weave around my hair and then just continue to braid down. I didn't do knotless because, like I said, my hair was really fine. It would have just been a headache trying to add the hair to it and then just continue to volume down. And by me adding such a really tiny small amount, once I bypassed my real hair in most cases, it ended up being almost the same density as my hair before it ended, if that makes sense. Or like it would have made sense to end with like a really fine curl at the end, because like I said, my hair was, it's not the thickest hair, so it still worked out for me. Also, I wanted to add, like, if you see like white, you know, like white cream in my hair, that is the curl cream. And then I am clipping only the added extension here at the end, not my real hair. Obviously I need every little inch I have, but that's what I'm clipping at the end. Like if the hair was a little too frayed at the end, then I just clip that little excess off. But here I'm just working on my last braid. I was able to accomplish this like getting my hair like really moist and almost like giving it that wet look by using a curl cream, which you'll see at the end. And then I'll like add some wild growth oil, or like just, you could add any oil, nothing particular here, but I would definitely say go ahead and add a curl cream, some type of oil, and then sealing your roots with some type of braiding gel. Don't use the braiding gel I used. I use jam, and then most of the braids at the top I did have to go over it and use edge control because it just wasn't gripping my root the way that I would have liked it. But I mean, it is a natural hairstyle, so it just kind of worked out for this in particular. But if you're looking for a cleaner look, I would definitely pick up a better braiding gel than the one I picked up. But I still showed you guys in the end if you're curious to see what, you know. But also so to the braided extension, I either added gel or I added curl cream to the braiding extension to like just get it to match the texture of my hair, and also to like take, you know, some of the kinkiness out of it, like get it more on the curlier side, because the hair does come in a bulk, which kind of looks really kinky. So in order to like form the curl, you want to just add some curl cream to it or some gel, one of the two. And then I just braid down a little bit, and then I start to twist. When twisting, you want to split your real hair in half. So basically it's gonna look like half of your real hair is gonna be off on the right side with the weave on the right, and then see, you can see it, and then the other half of your hair is going to be smoothed out with the left side weave that is on the left. And then you're just going to twist each piece over top of the other, that way you can get a more seamless look, and it just looks like, you know, you pretty much just twisted your real hair all the way down. Don't be alarmed by the white residue. Like I said, it is just curl cream, and if you know, you know. It shows up white, but like as you can see, the braid before it was literally just white, and now it's not white anymore. It will turn clear, you know. It's not gonna stay white for forever. It literally just stays white for a little bit, but you need that curl cream. You don't want to just go ahead and put this in your hair, and it's supposed to be a protective hairstyle. I want my hair moisturized. I want my braids and curls to look juicy, and you know, so I added as much curl cream as my hair said it needed, because if you can see that ponytail above, you see the difference between the hair when it got braided and the hair when it's in that ponytail. It was dry, so it needed that moisture. Now I have 2 rows left, but I'll show you, like, this area of my hair is like so weird. The front part only was really equivalent to like 1 braid. So I just went ahead and added 1 braid right there. And then for the back portion, I split that back half into 2. Now in 2 seconds, you'll see like me maneuvering my scalp back and forth, because I just learned recently that the type of scalp that I have is like not common. I thought everybody's scalp did this, but like the skin on my scalp is like not attached to my skull, which is really weird. So like you'll see me like pulling my scalp like skin back and forth, like it's just legit not attached. So it makes, yeah, right there, it makes parting really hard because you'll pull on the front and then it'll look uneven, and then you'll pull it to the side and then it'll look uneven. So like the best rule of thumb if your scalp is anything like mine is to just part the hair and then relax the skin on the scalp. Like don't put too like tension on it, and just see if the part is straight. Or for this piece, which I had to, I would just evenly pull on both ends of my hair, like pull on the front portion, pull on the back portion, to make sure that the part still looked even, because most of the time it's gonna look even if you just relax your, relax the hair and just let it go and just see how it falls, because that's pretty much how it's gonna look on a normal. But in this case, I couldn't do that because I have this big ponytail in the back. So like I said, I just added some tension to the front, added some tension to the back, and just seeing how my part fell, and it looked pretty decent. And right here, I'm just like gelling back my widow's peak, and then I'm just gonna twist it off so that when I grip it, everything's gathered together, wrapping the hair around the top, and then I'm just flipping that over and braiding down. I am not a professional braider, as you can see. This is not perfect. It's cute, but it's not perfect. If you are looking for something more extensive and with more details, I suggest YouTubing some videos on this method. Like I said, this is just like the normal box braid knot method within adding extensions. If you're looking for a more knotless type of style, which you can do, and even add length to this as well by doing knotless, you would have to YouTube someone else. I'm sorry. I'm just, like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just showing you how this really cute hairstyle came out, and I got so many compliments on it, so I was really glad that I recorded it, because I just wasn't sure how it was gonna come out, and I'm like really pleased with the results. So yeah, this is the last braid I'm gonna talk you guys through. Right here, I'm just showing you guys that I'm gelling my real hair to match the texture of the braiding hair, and like you can't even tell where my real hair and my braided hair ended. Like that's what I meant by like I had to add a small amount, because I didn't want to add a really big amount and then whatever was added to my real hair just had that really big knot at the top, and then also ending it off, it's like you can't even tell where my real hair and the braiding hair ended. So it just worked out with this density. Like it was perfect for the amount of hair that I have right here. Also, before I forget, I did end up showing you guys all the products that I used towards the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But also, I only used 2 packs of the hair I showed you guys. I purchased 3, but I only ended up using 2 packs of it. But like I said, that could be due to, I'm sure it's due to the density of the braids, each braid that I did. Other people on Amazon who also brought the same hair that I did and did the same type of hairstyle I did end up using 4 packs of hair. So if you're looking for the same length but fuller, I would suggest 4. If you have like a naturally thicker density of hair, like I said, I would suggest 4 packs in that case. But if your hair is more like mine and you're looking for something more on the natural end, I would just go ahead and get the 2 packs I did. But yeah, like I said, this is the last braid I'm going to talk you guys through, so that you can just listen to the background music for the rest of the duration of this video.
Watch the breakdown. Cause I realize I gotta be myself tonight. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. Think about that from now on. I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself tonight. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. Think about that from now on. I'm gonna be my own best friend. I be myself tonight.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch all of my other videos. And if you have any questions, make sure you comment them down below. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, bye.
It just was the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days till I wait? Make plans with you, then I won't let them fall through.